Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder campus tour. Today we're headed to Kansas City, Missouri for a visit to the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Starting with just 260 students in 1933, UMKC embarked on a remarkable journey fueled by the visionary philanthropy of William Volker, who firmly believed that a great city deserved nothing less than a great university. As we journey through the campus, we'll make stops at significant buildings and campus landmarks, each with its own story to tell. The buildings that we see here on our right are the Spencer Chemistry Building and the Biological Science Building. Both these buildings are technically two separate structures, but they were designed as an interrelated pair. Together they house the School of Biological and Chemical Sciences and include brand new laboratory facilities. Katz Hall offers more classroom space and supports the Department of Architecture and Urban Design. If you were once a student of UMKC, leave a comment on what some of your memories are of this campus or your time here at UMKC. The University of Missouri, Kansas City, or UMKC, was founded in 1929 as the University of Kansas City. It was established as a private institution by a group of civic leaders who wanted to create a university that would serve the needs of the Kansas City metropolitan area. UKC opened its doors to students in 1933 with an enrollment of 260 students and 18 faculty members. The university initially offered undergraduate programs in the arts and sciences, business administration, and education. UKC became a public institution in 1963 when it was acquired by the University of Missouri System. In 1977, the university's name was changed to the University of Missouri, Kansas City, or UMKC. Today, it's a comprehensive university with over 15,000 students and a little more than 1,000 faculty members. UMKC offers undergraduate and graduate programs in a wide range of disciplines, including the arts and sciences, business administration, education, engineering, health professions, and law. Dedicated in 1970 as a three-story structure known as the General Library, UMKC's Miller-Nichols Library has grown thanks to the support of area philanthropists to include more individual and collaborative spaces for students, resources for faculty, and several unique archival collections that serve scholars and the Kansas City community. The Robert W. Plaster Free Enterprise and Research Center, or just called Plaster Hall, is a new $32 million addition connected to Flarsham Hall. Inside you'll find the Renewable Energy Lab and a roof deck, a nanomaterials clean room, a two-story unmanned systems drone lab, a maker shop with 3D printing facilities, and much more. Through these windows here you see at Miller Nichols Library, there is a giant book-loving robot, lovingly referred to as Robot. It houses over 1 million books, magazines, and articles that students can check out through the Miller Library's help desk. Students simply go online, select the item they'd like to use, and the robot grabs it to be picked up from the help desk within 15 minutes. People often wonder what this structure is in the middle of campus is all about. The University Playhouse was the outdoor lobby for the university's original theater, which is now gone. That theater was located where the awning connected to Miller Nichols Learning Center. Before a show or at intermission, patrons would come out to the Playhouse and cozy up with hot chocolate while a fire burned in the outdoor fireplace. Today, it's a reminder of UMKC's rich history, and student organizations often use this location for small events. The Fine Arts Building joined the University of Kansas City campus with its completion in 1942. It originally housed the chemistry and biology departments. For the first 3 decades, the structure was simply known as the Chemistry Biology Building. The building was renamed in 1972 in the midst of a wave of expansion here on campus. With the departments of chemistry and biology moving to the Spencer Chemistry Building and Biological Sciences Building, the Department of Fine Arts moved to this building and it was renamed accordingly. For prospective students just wanting to take a look at UMKC, many begin here at the Atterbury Student Center. Inside you'll find the Office of Admissions Welcome Center, as well as a cafe, dining center, writing studio, and academic support and mentoring center. The E.F. Sweeney Gymnasium was dedicated in 1941. 2 years earlier, with encouragement from William Volker, Edward F. Sweeney, the president of Kansas City's First National Bank, made two major donations to the University of Kansas City. One of $300,000 to build the gymnasium, and another of $500,000 to start an endowment to maintain it once it was built. In the 1980s, the building was expanded into the Sweeney Recreation Center in order to add modern equipment, more basketball courts, and a swimming pool. Constructed from 1912 to 1914 for industrialist and local newspaper publisher Walter S. Dickey, this stately mansion became the first building of the University of Kansas City after philanthropist William Volker acquired the property and donated it to the new university in 1930. Volker was one of the strongest advocates for the new university, and with his help, classes started in the fall of 1933 despite the financial turmoil wrought by the Great Depression. The building was later renamed in honor of former Chancellor Clarence Schofield, who oversaw the transition from a private university to a member of the University of Missouri system. We're now taking a look at Newcomb Hall. It was referred to simply as the library for much of its early years. This was University of Kansas City's third building and was renamed in 1984 to honor Ernest Newcomb, one of the key founders of the university and the school's executive secretary from 1928 to 1938. The building originally housed the library and a small auditorium, and its completion in 1936 reflected the growth of the university and its student body. Mannheim Hall became the second building on the campus of the University of Kansas City when it was completed in 1935, just 2 years after the first courses were held in the former mansion known as Schofield Hall. This building was also a gift from the university's leading founder, philanthropist William Volker, and met the needs of the rapidly growing university by offering laboratory and classroom space. Initially called the Science Building, the structure became the home to KCU's Department of Chemistry, Biology, Geology, Physics, and Home Economics. In 1999, the Science Building was renamed Mannheim Hall in honor of sociology professor Ernest Mannheim. Originally constructed as an addition to neighboring Hague Hall and known as the Hague Hall Annex in its early years, this UMKC building, called Royal Hall, was completed in 1972 to provide much-needed classroom space. The building reflected changes to higher education with 2 large lecture halls, a feature the university had previously been lacking. In 1983, the building was renamed Royal Hall in honor of Norman Royal, a longtime professor of math and physics who earned a national reputation for his textbooks and educational films. Flarsham Hall was built in 1999 to be the new home of several of UMKC's science and technology departments. When it was built, it was one of the largest buildings on UMKC's campus. The building was named in honor of Robert Flarsham, who left his estate worth nearly $9 million to the university when he passed away in 1991. Across the street from us is Cockfair Hall. It's now home to the Department of English and Department of History at UMKC. When this building was completed in 1950, it served as the original home of the University of Kansas City Law School. Construction on the building began in the early 1940s, but that effort was placed on pause following the outbreak of World War II. In 1979, UMKC School of Law moved to a modern facility that we'll see here in just a bit, and the building was converted to classroom and office space for the College of Arts and Sciences. Known as the Liberal Arts Building for its first decade and a half, Hague Hall doubled the University of Kansas City's classroom space when it was completed in 1937. The new building gave the school its first cafeteria, in addition to classrooms to accommodate the students' enrollment, which had grown from 260 students in 1933 to more than 800 students. In 1951, the anonymous donor who funded the building was revealed to be local philanthropist Lena Hogg. Once this was revealed, the building was renamed in her honor. We're now walking past Grant Hall. Grant Hall provides additional practice and performance spaces for the school's conservatory students who are studying music, dance, and theater. This building is home to the School of Education, In addition to classroom space and advising offices, there is a lounge and study space for education students. The School of Education also supports the Institute for Urban Education. This is a scholarship program for future teachers preparing and supporting exemplary teachers for richly diverse schools in the Kansas City area. Established in 1946 through a $6 million gift from Herbert and Linda Hall, this independent science research library includes an arboretum, and both the grounds and the library are open to the public. One of the largest science libraries in the United States, the collection began with the acquisition of the library of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences in 1946. The availability and decision to acquire this collection shaped the direction of the library, which now holds a sizable collection from the Franklin Institute and the Engineering Society's library. The library holds over 2 million items, including 250,000 patents and records of leading scientific organizations. The collection is the largest of any private STEM-centered library in North America that is open to the public, and especially strong in area related to the history of science and technology. Across the street from us, we see the large student union. Inside this building, you'll find various restaurants, study spaces, a full-size theater, as well as the UMKC bookstore. This is the Block Executive Hall. It's one of 2 new buildings that were constructed to be the home of the Block School of Management. This building was constructed in 2013 thanks to a $32 million donation from Henry W. Block. Inside of BEH, you can find the Regnier Institute for Entrepreneurship and Renovation, innovation labs, and a simulated trading floor. This is also the location for the Block Career Center, offering career services tailored towards Block students. Block Heritage Hall, often dubbed Old Block, is one of the two buildings that houses the Block School of Management. In addition to faculty and staff offices and classroom space, BHH offers lab space and a student lounge. Epperson Hall is a historic Kansas City home that was completed in 1923 and was the home of Uriah and Mary Epperson, local business owners and philanthropists. The couple shared a love of music and the arts and donated considerable sums to charitable institutions around Kansas City. This collegiate Gothic mansion has 56 rooms and cost $450,000 to complete at the time it was built in 1923. The home has belonged to the University of Missouri Kansas City since 1942, although it's often been underutilized for many decades due to accessibility requirements. This is the UMKC School of Law. Inside, there's a moot course room used for actual court cases, classrooms, and student lounge areas. Here's a fun fact about the UMKC School of Law is that President Harry Truman attended the law school here. While he never graduated with his Juris Doctorate degree, he did return to campus in 1945 to receive his honorary degree from the university. Our final stop on our tour of UMKC campus is the Administration Center. Inside, you'll find offices for scholarship, financial aid, records and registration, human resources, parking, university housing, academic affairs, and much more. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks campus tour here on the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder. Take care now. Bye-bye.